Good morning, Holy Brothers! Thank you so much for joining us on our pathway to peace inside the Garden of Peace. If you're following along, we are on page 81 inside, and today's lesson is called Guarding Gates. We normally don't put dates and anything to do with the time of the year with the lessons because they are timeless and people listen to them in all different times. But of course, we have to wish a huge mazel tov to our family today because we just had a brand new baby boy!
Mazel tov!
Last night! Mazel tov! For us and everybody else, it should be great simcha and sharing joyous occasions together. Amen.
Amen.
All right, here we go. So, the worst thing that a husband can do is give a wife a feeling that she's competing, 81.
I got it.
That she's competing for her husband's love or for his admiration, no matter what or who the competition is. Yesterday we talked about never bring up another female or woman in conversation with your wife ever.
Especially her cooking.
Especially relating to her cooking. 100%. Especially her mother. Especially your mother. Especially a sister. Not even a relative. Don't do it. Because why? A woman might think in the back of her mind, she'll connect 48,682 different dots in her mind, while you might be saying, oh my gosh, he's bringing up that girl because you know she was wearing that gorgeous dress. He must think that my dress is not as pretty, and therefore he thinks I'm not pretty, and he doesn't think I'm beautiful in his eyes anymore. Or, oh my gosh, he talked about when he went to his mother's house last week, he must be mentioning because he liked her cooking, and why doesn't he like my cooking? He only likes hers better, and now I feel like a piece of garbage.
What about her mom?
Any woman in the world.
You can't compliment her mom's food?
Any woman, if you compliment her mom's food, and then she's going to think, oh, why doesn't he compliment my food enough when I'm making it for him? Okay, if you're at her house and you're together, you can compliment, yes, but don't bring up a wife or a woman or a mother when she's not especially there in the room, or it has nothing to do with the conversation. Okay? Be a normal mensch, but don't, in a conversation one-on-one, bring it up with her.
Usually I complain about her mom one-on-one.
That's the best thing you can do for a marriage. To complain about her mother to her? Wow. Come on. You're like sinking your boat faster than the Titanic. Going straight down. Not even blah, 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 blah. It's just like, you know, Mitzrayim?
Listen.
There was Egyptians that when they drowned in the sea, some were thrown around like straw, and some went down like lead. That's how fast you're going to be sinking. You're bust over done what? You're a man
I'm a
of
human
flesh
being.
and blood.
You're
a human being.
A week in Mexico with my in-laws.
He went to Mexico, brought his wife, brought his kids, spent time with them, and now came back to do more work, to bring parnasa for them, and they could have a great time with her family. And so while you're there with her mother, yes.
It's a little different, you know.
Come forward a little bit.
It's a little different, though. I'm hidden behind this.
Yeah, come forward a little bit. So what's different? Yes.
It's different. They have a different lifestyle there. They have a different this. So it's you have to even for my wife, it's hard to be in her mom's house because it's a whole different mentality in Mexico than New York.
Sure, absolutely. Different environment, different mentality, different environment.
Especially being an Israeli American compared to being Mexican over there, it's a little different. So
okay, challenging.
So in one we have to do some compliments for her mom. So she was like, "Oh yeah, look, you know, your mom is trying this and this. You know, it's not all me." And then at the same time, of course, a little bit you gotta tension in this. So I truly did fail my test the first day, or not the first day, like the last day before I left, because the whole time I was perfect. I was like, how you told me before you leave, don't be right, be smart, whatever it is.
Good.
But the last day was a little bit
where
the tension was getting with the kids and everything. I was like, I had to say a few words, but not to the mother-in-law, but to the wife.
Okay, I realize it's not going to be perfect. Everybody cracks, everybody falls, everybody fails. But we have to know, at least first to recognize, which Baruch Hashem he did, recognize.
I told you before I left, I'm like, I'm sorry, I failed my test and I couldn't pass it. But Baruch Hashem, she's okay.
You say sorry, we move on, we do repentance, we do teshuvah, and we're able to pick ourselves up and hopefully even get more stronger than we were beforehand.
The truth of the matter is, if a person, I'm not talking about you or anybody.
No, Rabbi Shalom, you're a tzaddik gamur.
No, but thank you so much. You finally realized it.
Yes, I did.
I've been waiting for so long.
I'm jealous, that's why.
Okay,
If a person what?
No, meaning we get upset at other people because we have some frustration lingering. If we clear ourselves from that frustration and we have good anger and we feel good about ourselves, so we don't have any of that, what's it called?
He's right, yeah, he's not wrong.
Great point, yes. It comes from somewhere inside that expressed outside. Try to be more mevatel.
We don't respect other people, it's because we're not respecting ourselves.
Oh.
When somebody doesn't give us respect, we have to think, why are they giving us respect? Maybe I'm not giving him respect.
Okay. Look at what we can fix in ourselves so we don't have to lash out at others. So her soul, the woman, the wife, will thrive when she feels that she is first place in his eyes.
Can you move this away?
Any second place, any bottom rung of the ladder are going to be misery for her. Even if she's a little bit below first place. Not that she's necessarily all the way at the bottom, but if she's a little less than top, she might feel like she's at the bottom. Like he's stepping all over her. He shouldn't even compare her to her own mother, whom she loves with all her heart. Yeah, hopefully a mother and a daughter have a great relationship. And so you should never even compare her to her mother, who she thinks she's a great idol and a role model. It goes without saying, if he shouldn't compare her to his mother, how much more so to any other woman in the world? Never bring it up.
Compare it to her mother, like say what? Like she's better cook than her mother or whatever?
Comparing. You know what comparison is?
Which way?
Anyway.
Whoa, your food is way better than your mother's food.
But there's no, again, because then you might think, oh,
I think anything negative about her mother anyways doesn't work.
Right, if you say anything bad about her mother,
say
she will try to defend her mother over you.
What if you say...
Don't say,
there's no reason.
Don't say.
Don't say.
My dad says, if they didn't ask you, shut your mouth, don't say nothing.
And many times women do ask you.
No.
You're not really asking
No, meaning...
Listen, you had a piece of wisdom before that was smart. Now he has a piece of wisdom that's smart. Just shut your mouth. Don't do it. Please.
No.
Don't put yourself in trouble.
What I'm saying is, if you go to a meal, let's say I go to his house for a meal.
Yes.
Right? We have a piece of breaded chicken.
Yes.
Then this Shabbos, I'm by myself with my wife, and I say, wow, this chicken, last week's was not bad. But this chicken that you have is crazy good.
Just say, this is the best chicken I ever ate in my life. Don't have to say, compared to something. Don't bring it up. Because then her thoughts are going to start rolling in her mind. You don't want her to start thinking that.
Why do you remember about the other chicken?
Yeah, why is he thinking about the other chicken? Forget the other woman who made the chicken. Forget about that. She will hate that woman that he is comparing her to. She will not like it. And then she'll start to hate other people because you open your mouth. And now you're creating more machlokas and more arguments and more trouble when it is totally unnecessary. So if a husband wants his wife to get along with his own mother, he should show that he loves her more than anyone in the world and give her that attention, give her that affection, and make her feel secure in that. Guarding your eyes. Your gates are guarded. Guarding your eyes means that a husband should refrain from looking at other women. What kind of other women?
That's a big one.
What kind of other women?
Any women.
Any woman, Alan.
Not your sister, though.
You know what it means?
Your sister doesn't count.
Any woman, yes.
No, okay, but some women are like not even
doesn't matter.
Not even level 1.
Good. But a woman
like gorilla style.
is a woman. Is a woman.
Okay.
When you want to have a high example, when I go to the bank, there's 5 tellers. Before I get there, please God, let me go and have a man available when I get to the gate. Do I need to look? If I need to look at a woman, I'll talk to you.
Just pretend you're on the phone.
I can pretend I'm on the phone. I can be looking down at my money. I can be talking. I can say, have a super wonderful morning. I can make them feel fantastically phenomenal. I can make them uplifted. I can say, great morning, everyone, and without even looking at them. And they'll be smiling. They'll be having, uplift their day. But do I need to look at them? No. Can I still be nice to them and courteous and respectful 100%? Doesn't mean you have to be a downright dirty dog if you're trying to be observing mitzvahs. And always request from God. He controls your whole life. So say, listen, put me in situations where it would be easier for me. Don't challenge me today. If I do get challenged, please help me pass it. But don't force yourself to walk on a nude beach because you want to be a tzaddik. Yeah, I'm going to guard my eyes. And walk through everybody. This is the essential. If a husband desires to make his wife first place, number one priority in his life, if he's looking at another woman, you know what's going to happen? I don't care if she's a gorilla, my friend. Another woman is another woman. And thoughts will enter your mind, even if not about that woman, but it'll start to link to other women, whatever it might be. Right. And if he looks, he's arousing desires. And the moment he starts to even think for a millisecond about another woman, he knocked his wife down for first place priority at that moment. Even if it's for a millisecond. Then she was knocked down.
But that's if he has thoughts about her.
You cannot see a woman and not think woman.
Why? You
cannot see a woman
wait.
and not think woman.
100%. No.
When they think, oh my gosh, is she going to come home with me tonight? It's a different story.
Wait. It's like saying, oh, you can't look money without stealing it. Makasho.
We're talking women right now. Women are a little different than money.
Okay.
Hopefully when you see a dollar bill, you don't start thinking immodest behavioral thoughts.
No, but it's no connection.
There's a big connection.
I'll tell you what, I deal with many women on a regular basis.
I hear, but you don't know how, what's the word, callous.
What's callous?
You, when you get overstimulated by something, you get desensitized. So you're desensitizing your neshama, but it is still being affected.
Because you're so used to it, so it doesn't, if you take
think,
drugs,
oh, this is not affecting me.
Right.
Think of an OBGYN. Great example. My wife, she doesn't understand why guys nowadays need to go into the field to deliver babies. It's completely unnecessary. They have more than enough women who are very capable doctors.
Because men are better than women doctors.
Okay, now that's not the case. So, and they're more compassionate because they know how to go through birth.
I don't want to say it in front of your wife.
Men do not go through birth. Better. Men cannot understand what they're going through. So, now why does a man need to be that kind of doctor nowadays? It's completely immodest.
Very uncomfortable, especially if you go with your wife.
For the guy, it's uncomfortable too.
If you go for a checkup, you see the guy
like, hello, this is a private area. This is totally unnecessary. There's no reason why you, especially as a Jew, especially as a religious Jew,
yeah, it's weird.
You need to go into that field. There's got to be something going on there that you need to check yourself for. I don't care if you say you have the best reasons, you want to help create the world. You know what? There are other people who can do that you don't need to take on that responsibility. You can be a good carpenter. You can be a good cabinet maker.
Are there from doctors
you can be
who
a good...
This?
Plenty.
Religious doctors?
Plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty. Yes. And it is totally unnecessary. You do not need to put yourself in a situation of trouble when it is not necessary. You can be the greatest anything in the world.
And they're
thank God.
Over there, it's not really, you're not really supposed to.
The whole time they're doing that. Absolutely. There's no reason to put yourself in a troubling situation. Forget other people. We're not going to talk bad about why other people do what they do. We're talking about ourselves. What can I do to be the best person that I can be? In my field, right? Can I work on men and women? 100%. Can I choose not to work on women? Yes. Now, only work with women. Only work with men. Why? Can other people maybe do the job, maybe not? My job in this world
somebody really needed something, so maybe.
Right. If somebody's drowning, you're going to jump in and save them. Yes. You don't think of in a life and death situation. But if it's not life and death, don't put yourself in this situation.
Also, if you ask, what if you wear gloves? Maybe that would be different.
Don't put yourself in a situation.
To guarding your eyes, what's the connection to the gloves? What, you're going to put sunglasses so you don't see it?
You're going to put blinders on, huh? I can touch them, but I'm not going to look at
in the Gemara that he would cover the whole woman except for this part that he was looking.
Very good.
The elbow.
Very good.
He's not seeing anything.
Don't put yourself in an unnecessary, dangerous situation.
I think the book is 100% correct. That if you're looking at women, if you just women in general, yes, it's not especially modest women, it's 100%. It's like always brings like uncomfortable thing, especially as a religious guy. Like I haven't shook anybody's hand, and my wife knows that for over a year. Shaking a woman's hand, and the other day a woman just put her hand right in front of my face. An old lady, she's at least 70 years old, and I felt very, very uncomfortable like I didn't know what to tell her. So I took my hand out, like a finger.
So you did a little bit.
I gave her a finger, and I told her, I was like, oh, this woman, and she's like, wow, what's your word about? Whatever it is. But at the same time, you have to look at it like this. Just like a gabbai is dealing with money, just like you're dealing with money, you can't, not all money is there for grabs. You do a deal, you take whatever you need, you don't go and schlock the person out, you take whatever you need, that's it. It's a good example because if that's the case, every woman you see, you're going to have immoral thoughts.
It's not about having immoral thoughts.
What's the point?
The point is that you can't have, if you're a dog, if you have to wear a guard mouth when you go outside the house, don't go outside the house. You have to train yourself not to be the dog that's biting.
That's level 1.
You leave the house, you have to make sure you watch your eyes.
That's level 1.
What's level 2?
Level 2 is not putting yourself into those situations where you say, oh, I'm going to look at a woman, but I'm not going to have bad thoughts about her.
It's not about looking at a woman.
It is.
Somebody walks into your office, what are you going to do?
Great. So you go through situations. I talked about a crazy example last time of my 8th grade rabbi, right? Were you here?
Yeah, he doesn't look at the woman, he looks up,
He talks to women all the time.
And
he gives them compliments, Rabbi Pachman.
He's not alive anymore.
Correct.
But that's a religious woman, and she understands why he's doing that.
Great.
Dr. Goya, she's going to get offended on the spot.
Okay, so now you have to be a little creative. We're going to end with this because there's a lot more to talk about. But just as a simple example, when I stopped shaking women's hands, right? I used to deal with I did many businesses, this and that. And then a woman put her hand up. Oh, you're not going to shake her hand? She's going to feel embarrassed. She's going to feel rejected, right? So what I used to say is, oh, thank you very much for wanting to shake my hand. I would love to do it, but what I do is I respect the relationship that other people have with their spouses and their significant others, and I don't want to impede myself into your relationship. So out of respect for you, I'm not going to shake your hand. I keep that special for you and your significant other. She's like, oh, wow, that's so nice. I never thought about it that way. And then they respect you even more. And with that, have an awesome day, Shishli! Amazing rest of your day!